Marriage is not going to fix your relationship. It's not going to save your marriage. What y'all need to know is that once you get married, the only thing that changes is the title and the last name. Your last name is the only thing that changed. Now, this content is for people who are in struggling relationships. If your relationship is struggling, if you're hanging by a thread, if there's a lot of disrespect, then this is the content for you. Listen, a lot of people in our generation are getting married for the wrong reasons. And I want to make this content because please do not let this be you. Because honestly, this was going to be me. This was going to be me couple of years ago. I was gonna get married to someone for the wrong reasons. Just because you have a kid with someone, just because it's convenient, just because you've been with someone for a long time does not mean you gotta be married to that person. Marriage is not always the answer. And a lot of you guys are probably like, for Haley's, but we've been together for a long time. If we got a kid together, why not? Just because you've been together with someone for a long time, just because it's lasting does not mean that it's working. I mean, how many relationships that you see, that you're witnessing, that you see on social media, it's very toxic. It's a lot of infidelity. There's no trust. There's no respect. And people just stay together because they are scared to be alone. Even if you have a kid with someone, it does not mean that you got to get married to them. Is this person the right person for you? Is this the kind of foundation? Is this the kind of structure that you want to show to your kids? If the relationship is not healthy, marriage is only going to magnify how toxic, how unstable, how dysfunctional it is. Marriage is not going to fix, it's not going to save whatever you guys got right now. And I wanted to make this content because, look, I've been there. I was going to get married to my ex several times. Me and him, we planned to get married about a couple of times. And one, we was kind of peer pressured by our family. Two, we was together for a while. We was like very in love, but it was very toxic. It was very dysfunctional, a lot of drama, a lot of lows in our relationship. And I look back at it now, I don't think it was love. I think it was more of an unhealthy attachment. I had a very unhealthy attachment with this person where I was so codependent. But marriage was not going to make me and him last. If me and him was to get married, I would have divorced him a month later. That's why I'm letting y'all know, do not get married because of your circumstances or because you see your friends, you see your family, everybody is getting married. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let that take you off guard. Don't let that disrupt you off your focus because y'all know what I'm talking about. I know you guys are surrounded by people that are in unhealthy marriages, are in unhealthy relationships, and they think that having a ring, they think that having a title is going to change it, is going to make all the problems disappear. Well, I'm just letting you know, it's not going to disappear. My last relationship, it was so toxic, and me and him, we would move into apartments together, and we thinking that moving into a new home, having a new setting is going to fix the relationship. Even when you move into a new home with your partner, all your problems is not going to disappear. They're going to resurface back up again. If you and your partner is unhealed, or one of you guys is unhealed, marriage is not the answer. Marriage is not going to fix it. And a lot of you guys are probably like, we got a kid, we got 2 kids together. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care if you got a plant. I don't care if you got a bike together. I don't care if you got a dog together. If the relationship is already starting as a faulty ground, if you guys already are starting from faulty foundation, it is not going to work. Marriage is only going to intensify, is only going to enhance the problems, the issues. Marriage does not make your problems disappear. It does not make it go away. Just because you marry someone, the only thing that changes is your last name. The only thing that changes is the title, but the person does not change. If both of y'all are unhealed, if both of y'all got issues, if both of y'all don't trust each other, if both of you guys are dealing with infidelity, if there is hurt, there's a lot of baggage, there's a lot of negativity, marriage is not going to save it. And a lot of you guys could be like, oh, but for Haley's, we've been together for a while. Well, just because relationships and marriages are lasting does not mean that it's working. I mean, are you happy? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like this person is compatible with you? Do you feel like your futures are aligning with one another? Do you feel like this person is going to grow with you, is going to evolve with you? Because marriage is not always bliss. It's not always happiness. It's not always rainbows. You got to make sure that your partner is still going to love you through your hardest time. Even when you're not easy to love, even when you're going through adversity, when you're going through challenges, when you're going through problems, issues, temptations, you got to make sure that person is really going to be down for you. Nowadays, marriage is such a joke to society. Like, People get married for the wrong reasons. People get married because of convenience. People get married just to show their children that their mom and that their dad is together. But growing up, those kids see that their mom and dad are arguing, that there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of disappointment. Your kid starts to embody that, and that repeats the cycle of toxicity. Love is not enough. Being in love is not enough. Love is not all you need. You need respect. You need consistency. You need commitment. You need someone that is going to evolve with you. You need someone that is going to grow with you, even in the most uncomfortable times. You know, marriage is not surface level. It's very deep. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, well, for Haley's, let me just see. What you mean you just want to see? You know, to get a divorce, how expensive that is. You know, the process of getting a divorce, like, it's not a joke. If you and your partner, you guys are already struggling, you guys are already going through tough times and it is not getting better, you're still not happy, you still don't have joy, you still don't feel fulfilled, what do you think marriage is going to do? It's going to amplify that emotion. It's going to intensify what you guys are already going through. Marriage don't make things better. The relationship is as good as it gets. If you and your partner, you guys already been struggling in your regular relationship, it's already dysfunctional. It's already hard. Being in a marriage is only going to make it harder because now you guys are bound by the government. Now it's more legal. Now it's more deeper. Now it's more serious. And if you guys don't set that foundation when you're together, what you think is going to happen when y'all married? Exactly. You know how many women, they lose themselves after going through a divorce? You know, they really lose themselves. They don't know who they are. They put their career on hold. They drop everything to make this marriage work. They still do not get the bare minimum. So when I say marriage is not going to save your relationship, I'm saying it from a place of be real honest with yourself. Think about it before you just go in the courthouse and get married, because marriage is not a joke. And another thing I want to say is that if you are getting married, don't get caught up in the wedding. You see, I noticed that people get caught up in the wedding. Like they want to make their wedding so fancy. And as you should, you know, it's the one day of your life that it should be so special. But a lot of people get so caught up in the wedding, they forget about the marriage. When you get married to someone, you got to keep that spark up. You got to continuously date your partner. What a lot of people don't do is that once they get married, once they have the ring, once a female has the ring, some guys just be giving up. They're like, oh, okay, I already have her. I already put a ring on her finger. I don't got to keep trying no more. And it's like, men, if you're listening to this or if you're watching, you still got to date your partner. You still got to fight for her the same way you was trying to get with her day one. You still got to keep that spark alive. And women, don't lose yourself in these marriages or in these relationships. So don't get caught up in the wedding. Think about long term, because marriage is long term. I mean, we're talking about forever. The last thing I want to say is that marriage will not save your relationship. It's only going to change the title. It's only going to change your last name. But it does not mean that it's going to change the person. And if you like more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back for more videos.